Hey guys, Alex here from Homeschool of Bel Air. On today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys all my top picks for my daughter's next school year. If you're interested in finding out what I'll be using with her for her pre-K school year, stay tuned. Okay, so these are all my top picks for my daughter for the next school year. She's going to be doing a pre-K 4. All of this stuff is pretty much everything that I have picked up for the whole entire school year. I know for some of you guys it might seem like a lot. For some of you guys it might seem like not enough. This is not including like any of the hands-on type of puzzles or read aloud books or anything like that. This is mainly all the activity books, workbooks, and things like that. So I'm going to go more in depth. Let me go ahead and I'm going to start probably with more of like the language arts portion of all this. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to start with is what we've been tackling this summer. She's completely done with her Letter of the Week curriculum that we started this past fall. So this is what I've been using as filler for these last couple of weeks and into this month and next month, just to kind of keep her going with some of the schoolwork, and I'm just kind of focusing more on the letter sounds. So what I've been doing is having her watch, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Preschool Prep Company DVDs. This is a 10 DVD set that you can purchase through Amazon. I can link it in the description box if you guys are interested. This is an amazing little set. It comes with 3 different DVDs that focuses on sight words, and there's 3 different levels. There's Meet the Phonic Blends, Meet the Phonic Diagraphs, Meet the Colors, Shapes, Numbers, Letter Sounds, and Meet the Letters. The one that we've been just kind of focusing on and watching the most is the letter sounds. This is something that I have her watch sometimes in the mornings when I'm starting school with the boys and I kind of just don't have anything for her to do. I'll have her watch this, or even if we're riding in the car, this is what she watches on her little DVD player. So what I ended up doing is the Meet the Phonics company or Preschool Prep Company actually had a huge sale recently, and a lot of the workbooks were 50% off. So I went ahead and purchased the Preschool Prep workbook for her, and I also purchased the sight word ones, and then another phonics one, which we might not be starting till next summer. So I'm going to save that one. I'll show you guys that one on a later video. So I just wanted to show you guys this one because this is what we've been working out of right now. So before I get into the curriculum choices for next year, I just kind of wanted to show you guys this. So out of this book, I pretty much just have her do a letter. So we just focus on a letter a day. And then I have her do, and we just kind of pick from different areas. And then she'll do a page from this little area, which is just like a little connect the dots area. And then I'll have her do a little bit more when it comes to these little worksheets. So this one, she just had to circle the letters versus the numbers. And then we just kind of jump into more like a little phonics activity. So then I kind of just have her do a page from this little area, and then we jump into numbers, and this is how we're handling math right now. And then there's another area for shapes and another area for colors. So like I said, this is just what we've been working out of right now during summer. So I wanted to give you guys a little quick peek into this book. It is an amazing book. I am loving it. I love the illustrations. I'm loving the DVDs that accompany this workbook. This is also something, just an FYI, YouTube has a few of these videos for free on the YouTube channel, and I believe the YouTube channel is just called Preschool Prep Company. So this is what we've been handling right now, and I wanted to show you this because this is what I'm using for my sight words for this coming school year, so keep this in mind. So let me go ahead and move this over. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show you guys, this is going to be our writing curriculum for the next coming school year. This is the Handwriting Without Tears, my first school book. Now this is, I believe, the pre-K level of workbook when it comes to Handwriting Without Tears. I think it is so cute. I'm loving the illustrations. This is a curriculum that we've been doing with my boys, and we're really enjoying. So I'm pretty excited to be starting this with my daughter. So that is what we're handling for writing. Inside her writing, I also have a little slate board that she's going to be using for just extra practice when it comes to the preschool workbook. And I also have a little container with chalk and a little eraser to go along with that. Along with this, every Friday my boys do draw and write. And this year, because we tend to run out of ideas to draw and write about, I decided to go ahead and buy the Draw and Write Now book. And this is the book 1 on the farm. And this is going to be something that she's going to be doing with the boys. Now, I haven't done a curriculum choice videos for the boys because I'm still waiting on a few things that I'm just ordered recently. So I'll probably just be on the lookout because I am going to be posting a video for curriculum picks for my boys. So this is going to be something that they're going to be doing with her, or she's going to be doing with them, I should say. And this is every Friday. Instead of writing, we actually do draw and write. So for this, I ended up making for them a journal. And each one of my boys has one, and my daughter. And all it really is I just kind of made a big rectangle for the drawing space. I wrote down the name of the animal that they're going to be writing, and then lines for them to write their sentence. And I did that for every single little critter that is in that book. So that's how we're going to be doing our draw and write. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys my main pre-K curriculum choice. This is a curriculum that I had my eye on for about 2 years now. It was something that I had looked into for my son, but not too many people have used it, at least in the YouTube world that I've seen. Until recently, I saw one of my fellow YouTube moms using it with her daughter, and I messaged her about it. So she basically messaged me back and told me she was done using it with her daughter, and if I wanted it, she would ship it to me as long as I paid for shipping. And of course, I said yes, because it was something that I really did have my eye on. I mean, it was something that intrigued me because it pretty much has everything. You have your letter sounds, you have numbers, shapes, and colors. You also have some fine motor skill activities that they recommend, sensory activities, arts and crafts, as well as movement and games. This comes with pretty much all the printables that you need for the whole entire school year. It gives you 2 different curriculum choices. It gives you curriculum A, which is the alphabetical sequence, and it also gives you curriculum B, which is more of the Montessori approach, which is the approach that I'm going to go with. I decided to go with curriculum B. I did like more of the sequence of order that they were teaching the alphabet. For the pre-K level, I do prefer that because it promotes reading in an earlier stage than a regular alphabetical order sequence. So let me go ahead and go into it and show you guys what it comes with. So this preschool curriculum kit comes with all the printable activity sheets that you need. It comes with the posters that you need for whichever lesson you're doing. It comes with the whole alphabet. It also comes with the shapes, the numbers, and then it also comes with the Preschool Palace, the lesson teacher guides. So these are all the lesson guides that you need for the whole entire school year. Depending on what curriculum you go with, depends on what lesson guides you're going to have to print out. The ones that she sent me out, I believe, are the alphabetical order ones. So it goes alphabetically. I'm going to have to resequence this and sort it out in the curriculum B format, because I'm going to be doing, I believe the one that I'm doing introduces the letter C first. So it's just a matter of moving this around a little bit. But I do like the fact that it gives you different songs you can sing on every day. It gives you different ideas for movement, activities, crafts, even some cooking ideas, circle time activities. It pretty much gives you a little bit of everything. So that's kind of why I really do like this curriculum. Not only that, it's basic enough where I can really just customize it. The one thing I didn't like about it was that it doesn't introduce a sight word. And for me, when it comes to pre-K, because I do feel like it's more of a kindergarten prep, I did want to introduce sight words for every week. So I went ahead, and this is where the preschool prep DVDs come in. What I ended up doing was I went through all of the DVDs, and it kind of gives you, I didn't watch them, but it gives you all the sight words that are introduced in all of the DVDs. And what I did was I picked out the most popular 26. So sight words like a, the, said, of, it, I. So I kind of just went through them and just kind of picked out the top 26. And I kind of just inserted them into the at a glance for the curriculum. And then let me show you guys what I ended up coming up with. So this is my pre-K at a glance using the preschool prep curriculum. I sorted it out by the letter because this does it by the week. So for instance, or by the month. So for instance, for month 2, you have the letter C, M, A, and T. You have numbers 1 and 2. The shape is a square. The color is red. It gives you the themes for that month, and then I inserted the sight words. So the first week we're going to do A, the, C, and then I. So then this is my pre-K at a glance for the whole entire school year. So for week number 5, or lesson number 5, we're going to do obviously letter C, sight word A, obviously focus on number 1, the square, the red. For science, we're doing the 5 senses. For social studies, now and then. And I'll get into social studies and science in a bit. So this is how I broke down the lessons, and this is for the whole entire school year. So this is, again, using the Preschool Palace curriculum. Let me go ahead and show you guys her binder. So this is her pre-K workbook. These are the actual printables that come in the Preschool Palace curriculum. This is pretty much all the worksheets for the whole entire school year. The only thing I pulled out is I pulled out a few of the colors and shape ones because I made her separate workbooks for the colors and shapes. And I'll show you guys that in a bit also. These are just the main activity sheets that we have for the Preschool Palace curriculum. So this is what we're going to be using as our main workbook. So along with this, and this is what I was saying, how it's pretty basic. So what I ended up doing was I also created for her an alphabet practice book. Now, for the alphabet practice book, all I really did was I got a bunch of free printables for the 26 letters, and I kind of just sorted them out in the sequence that are introduced in the Preschool Palace curriculum. So obviously for letter C, we have a few different activities for every day of the week. So again, it seems like a lot, but it isn't, because this is for the whole entire school year. So for instance, this would be our worksheet for Monday. This one would be for Tuesday. For Wednesday, we have 2 because they're pretty simple. One is just daubing, one is just writing and then drawing something. And then we have one for Thursday, and then the last one for Friday, and then we move on to the next letter, and so forth and so on. So I have the same thing for every single letter. And this is how we're going to be doing a little bit more of the phonics when it comes to the Preschool Palace curriculum. Now, again, a lot of this stuff are free printables that I found on Pinterest or Teacher Pay Teachers. I can try to link some of this in the description box. I don't know that all of these have the names on them. If I remember where I got them from, I'll link them in the description box. But if not, all you guys have to do is go on Teacher Pay Teachers, type in alphabet or letter activity sheets or worksheets, and then just go to the free section and just find whatever they have for free. So here, all I did was I created for her a little tracking progress sheet. So here she gets to add a sticker as we complete the letters or the weeks. So again, this is her little alphabet notebook. The other thing that we're going to be actually redoing is the JDA Alphabet and Math Interactive Notebook. I only pulled out the letter C because I have them all filed away. But this is a little Alphabet Interactive book that she has done already. She did it this past year. I got rid of it, so I didn't have it to set aside for you. But I do have the one that my son did 2 years ago. So this is his little Alphabet Interactive Notebook. This is what it looks like once you have worked in it. There's a page pretty much for every day of the week. This is something that my kids really enjoy doing. So we've already redone it. My son actually did this notebook twice. My daughter, this is going to be the second time she does it. It's definitely something that you can just kind of redo. It's, just simple and fun, and you get to see the progress and how different it looks every year that you do it. I don't have my son's, the one that he did his first year of schooling, but I do have this one from last year. So my daughter's going to be starting this up again. So this is just a little Alphabet Interactive Notebook. So this is part of our phonics. The other thing that I printed out that we're going to incorporate to her interactive notebook is a little craft. So this is something that I got for free through the Home CEO company. This is something that I found through Teacher Pay Teachers. And it's just for every alphabet, it just has a little craft that you can have your child color and cut and just kind of put together. And this is going to be something that we add to our interactive notebook. So that's the other thing that we're going to be doing. So the other thing that we're going to be incorporating into our schooling this year is going to be the ABC See, Hear, and Do books. These books are so super cute. Not only that, they introduce the letters on this book is very similar to the way that Preschool Palace introduces their letters. And all these books are really just, it gives you an action to do with each letter sound. So it just kind of makes it a little bit more interactive. It makes it more just kind of fun for the child to not just learn the letter sound, but you get to do a little action with it. Not only that, this book, once you get to about the 4th letter, you start to combine the letter sounds to form words. And again, this was completely accidental, but if you guys can see, Preschool Palace introduces the letters in a very similar fashion that these books introduces them as well. I think there's a few that are off by maybe just a week or so, but for the most part, they're exactly the same. So this is going to be a book that we're going to go through in hopes that she learns the letter sounds with a little action, just to make it easier, I guess, to learn the letter sounds. I don't think that we'll get into the ABC See, Hear, and Do book number 2, but I wanted just to kind of show you guys how it starts to do more of the blends. In a perfect world, I wish that we could get into this one this coming year, but I doubt it. This might have to be held off till kindergarten. But yeah, but these are going to be another, these are just going to be something else that I introduced to her, just to kind of help her along with the phonic sounds. The other thing that we're going to keep using is the reading lesson. This is something that I started using with her this past school year, and we're going to continue on. We are still on lesson 1, guys. That's how slow we're moving from this book. She hasn't completely learned all the letter sounds that are introduced in here, but we're still working from it, and we're going to continue to work from the reading lesson. So that is what we're going to be doing. Okay, so here are some of, I have everything already printed out and filed away for her, kind of how I did last year. I am going to be reusing a lot of the things that we had this year for more like hands-on. Like these are some of the counting activities that I had from this Reading Mama. These are some of the little activity sheets from Confessions of a Homeschooler. These, all she has to really do is either put a little peg, or we can even use a dauber to find all the letter C's in here. So again, these are all just little activities that I have from this past school year and from the year that my son did pre-K. These are just like syllable counting cards. So a lot of this kind of stuff I'm just going to reuse. So I just wanted to show you guys all the other activities that we have. Now, along with some of these worksheets, I'm also going to be doing a lot more hands-on puzzles and just different things like that. So don't think everything that I do with her is going to be worksheet related. So this is pretty much how I have every single week set up for her when it comes to phonics and reading. So now let me go ahead and move on to what I'm going to be doing with her as far as sight words. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys what I have lined up for her as far as sight words. We are doing a little bit of a pre-primer type of sight word introduction. I'm using the preschool DVD, the preschool prep sight word DVDs as my almost like focus for the sight words, because she is already watching these DVDs. So I figured since she's already watching them, I'm just going to go ahead and use the sight words that are introduced in these DVDs to do the introduction of sight words in her curriculum. So like I showed you guys before, I kind of separated each week with a different sight word. So that's how the sight words that we're going to be doing for that week. Now, the way that I'm doing it is through the preschool prep company. I ended up ordering their flashcards, which are amazing. They are gigantic flashcards. They also give you the different options for the letters as far as font goes. So for the letter A, they're going to give you the regular font as well as the font that you usually have in a computer. So it gives you the picture, the character that is introduced in the DVDs. So it makes it very easy for the child to recognize that character from the DVD, but it also gives you the regular font on the back. So it gives the child a really nice, easy transition from the character to the regular font. And all of this is pretty much shown on the DVDs. So yeah, so this is what we're going to be using as far as flashcards for her when it comes to the sight words. And then I also purchased for her the workbooks that go with the preschool prep. Let me show you guys those. I got her the preschool prep Meet the Sight Words coloring book. The coloring book is super cute. I'm undecided if I'm going to have her actually color these pages in, or if I'm going to just photocopy them or stick them inside of a protective sheet and have her use dry erase markers or crayons. I'm undecided because they're so cute, but because I'm not introducing it in the sequence that is introduced in the coloring book. This is alphabetically, and I'm not doing them alphabetically. I don't know if I want her to color a page because, you know, like because sometimes the color transfers to the backside and I might need the backside. So this is why I'm just undecided if I'm just going to make a copy of it, which is more likely what I'm going to end up doing. So again, I purchased for her the sight word coloring book, and I also got for her the Meet the Sight Words workbook. So again, the workbook, this is going to be something that I do have her work out of, but it's also going to be, because I'm introducing the sight words just slightly different, I'm going to go ahead and pick the page for her that we're going to work on said day and just kind of, you know, have her do those pages. So for instance, for the first week, it's going to be the sight word A. So then I'll have her do these 2 pages on whichever day. And it just kind of gives you a little bit of different activities to do for each day. So yeah, so this is a little sight word activity book. But what I ended up doing also was I kind of just made activity books, activity pages for her for every day of the week. Focus on that sight word. So for instance, for Monday, she has her little page that she can decorate or do whatever she wants with it. She could either trace it. I'm just kind of calling it her decorating page. So she can decorate the letter A. On Tuesday, she has her find the bubble and color in the bubble page. So again, because we're doing the sight word A, she just has to find all the letter A's in here and just kind of color in the bubbles. For Wednesday, she has the maze. So this one, she just has to follow the letter A all the way from the cat to the cookie. And again, it follows the phonetic sound that we're doing for that week. We're doing the letter C. So then cat, cookie. So I kind of made it pretty interactive. The last page is her little just activity page. This one, she just gets to color the A. Here she gets to find it and color in the box. And then here she gets to build it. So I have a page for every single sight word that we're doing for this school year inside this little activity book. So again, I just kind of created the sequence for her using the DVDs from Preschool Prep and just kind of put this together. The other thing that I have for her as far as sight words is I created for her little readers. Now these readers also follow the phonetic sound that we're focusing on for the week along with the sight word. So for every week, I just kind of made a different page. For the first week, we're doing the letter C. So we have a cat, a cactus, a car, and a cookie, and the sight word A. For the second week, we have the letter M. So we have a monkey, a mask, a moon, and a mouse, and the word the. So I'm hoping that by this point she can, you know, just kind of read the sight word the, and then monkey, the mask, the moon. And then by the third week, if all goes well, she'll be able to put the sight word see and the, and then apple. See the apple, see the ants. So this is just something that I kind of just put together for her through PowerPoint. Again, guys, I'm trying to work on a video showing you guys, to show you guys how I use PowerPoint to make things like that. It's just coming kind of hard for me to do that, but I'm working on it, guys. So then it just kind of goes on for the whole entire school year. And this is going to be a little reader that I don't know yet if I'm going to have her cut and put together like a little book or just leave it like this. So yeah, so that is the other thing that I have for her as far as phonics and reading and sight words. So let me go ahead and move on. I'm going to move on to her math. Okay, so as far as math goes, I ended up finding an awesome little math curriculum or math workbook through Teacher Paid Teachers. And the lady that put this out is called Little Dots. It follows a little bit more of a Singapore math kind of approach. At least that's what she says on her website. So I went ahead and purchased the workbook. It's pretty basic. It's super simple. I'm going to link it in the description box for you guys. And what I liked most about it is that it's preschool level or pre-K level. So you first start with A-B patterns. You move on to, let me see, you have a little bit of same and different. You have, let me see what else. You get some more pattern building. You get some number, same and different. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, you have the little cutouts here that go with that page. So yeah, so you do a little bit of same and different, then you get into numbers, number recognition, along with tracing your numbers. This one you would have to circle the sets of 1, and then you go into number 2, and so forth and so on. This one, it goes into counting and matching the numbers. As you guys can see, everything is pretty simple, definitely pre-K level. So again, yeah, so this is a little workbook that I purchased through Teacher Pay Teachers. So that is what I have for her as far as math goes. The other activity books that I have for her are a cut and paste 1, 2, 3s. So this is something that I'm going to have her add to her alphabet and math interactive notebook from JDA. I'm going to have her add these pages to that interactive notebook along with the JDA math interactive notebook pages. So all those pages, I have them all printed out and ready to go in here. So that is what we have going on for math. If you guys aren't familiar with this book, it is super colorful. It is really beautifully illustrated. It is a book that I purchased through Amazon, and it is the basic skills cut and paste 1, 2, 3s. The other thing I have for her is a pre-K preschool skills same and different, and this is just for extra practice when it comes to same and different. The other thing I have for her is this one from the Dollar Tree, which is another book for same and different. Now, if we get to these, we get to them. If we don't, it's really no big deal. I also have for her this math readiness, which is levels K to 1. And this is just kind of basic number and counting skills. Now, again, if we get to this one, we will. If we don't, it's really no big deal. So this is what I have for her as far as math goes. Now, let me go ahead and go into shapes and colors. So as far as shapes and colors goes, I already have all her printables from the Preschool Palace curriculum, along with other printables that I found on Teacher Pay Teachers or on Pinterest. So the way that I'm setting it up is I'm setting it up per week, or per month. I'm sorry, per month. So for the first month, we're handling circles. So all of her activity sheets for circles are in this book. So this is the best way that I can figure out to do it. Like that, I know that we can just kind of do a page a day until we're done with this, and then we can move on to square, which is the next shape that we're doing for the second month of school. So this is what we're doing for circles, along obviously with puzzles or more hands-on activities. Now, as far as colors, I'm doing the same exact thing. I already have all of her printables printed out. The first week, we're handling the color blue. So all of her printables for the color blue are already printed and ready to go in here. As soon as we're done with the color blue, I'll go ahead and pull out all the color red and then create a little book for her for the color red. This is how I plan on doing it for every month. And again, I already have everything printed out. I'm going to show you guys where I have everything printed out and filed away. So this is what we're doing for colors and shapes. The other thing that I have is these two books from the Dollar Tree. This one is a sticker shapes and it's a shapes book through the Dollar Tree. So it's just a little sticker page. Now this, I'll just incorporate it on whatever day for just extra practice. And then we also have the shapes and colors kindergarten level workbook from the Dollar Tree as well. This is going to be something she's already scribbled on some of the pages. But again, depending on whatever color we're doing for whatever month, I'll go ahead and pull some of these pages out for her to do extra practice with. So this is what I have for her as far as colors and shapes. So what I wanted to show you guys now is just how I have everything filed away for her. This is all my preschool stuff for my daughter when it comes to extra printables and activities. Everything's alphabetical. Everything that's for colors or having to do with the colors are already printed out and sorted out by color. So for instance, for the following week, we're going to be, or the second month of school, we're going to be doing the color red. So all the printables for the color red are pretty much in here, ready to go for me to put it inside of this notebook. So all I really have to do is undo the comb bind for this, go ahead and combined the color red and then just kind of set it up in the little workbook for her, and then she'll have her little workbook for the color red. So this is how I'm doing the colors and the shapes. So as far as shape goes, I have it the exact same way. All the printables having to do with shape are pretty much in here, and they're all ready to go. So whenever we finish our circles workbook, then I'll go ahead and pop all these out and create her next little workbook for the square, or whatever it is shape that we're doing, which it is square actually. So yeah, so this is how I have everything filed away. And any additional math, printable, or anything like that is also going to be filed away back here in the blue file folders. So this is how I have everything set up for her, so it's easy to find and everything's already printed out and ready to go. Okay, so now this is a little workbook that I created for her, and it's her science activity book. Now we only do science every Friday, so this is going to be something that she's only going to be doing on Fridays. And I don't know that this will take us through the whole entire school year. We might finish it before the whole entire school year. The other thing I want to mention is that every printable that's in here was completely free through either Pinterest or Teacher Paid Teachers, or just different resources that I found or already had. So I decided just to put a bunch of different science kind of themes together to create a little workbook for her. So the first activities that we're going to be talking about is just her body, her eye color, her hair color. So that's basically our first science topic. Going into, then after that, we tap into the 5 senses. So we have a few different printables that I found, again, through totschooling.net. This one I think I found on Pinterest. And everything is just very simple and just fun for her to either color or whatever she wants to do with it. Everything that we're going to be doing is pretty much in here. So yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing for science. Okay, now for social studies. As far as social studies goes, I ended up finding a pre-K to kindergarten level social studies curriculum. This curriculum only has 11 different topics. So the way that I mapped it out is I mapped it out that we're doing, let me show you guys in my planner. We're going to be handling one topic for 3 weeks straight. So we also only do social studies every Friday along with science. So for 3 weeks straight, we're going to handle needs and wants. For 3 weeks straight, we're going to do now and then, and so forth and so on. So being that we only do it every Friday, the lessons are pretty simple. All I'm going to be doing is, let me show you guys first the flashcards. So the flashcards are basically just little sorting cards. So you have needs and wants, and you have different little picture cards, and all I'm really going to have her do is have her sort them out. We're going to talk about the different needs and the different wants that we have. I'll see if I can find a video on YouTube talking about needs and wants. And then basically the first Friday that we handle this topic, she'll have a little sorting cut and paste activity. The second Friday, she'll do her flashcards also, but she'll also do a coloring page. And then the third and final Friday, she'll just have to draw 3 different things that she needs. And every single lesson is exactly the same. So then we tap into past and present. And again, we have her past and present sorting cards that she's going to do. And then she has her cut and paste activity, her coloring page, and then she has to draw 3 different things from the past. So again, every single lesson is pretty much exactly the same. I only printed out from this curriculum, I only printed out the pages that I felt were pre-K level, because it does have other activity sheets that comes with this, but those pages are more for writing. And my daughter doesn't write yet, so I'm not going to print out those pages if I know I'm not going to need them. That's going to be something that most likely I'll save for next year. So that's what we're going to be doing as far as social studies. So now I'm going to show you guys all the different activity books that I have for her that are just basic concepts, or just different things that, just fun little things that I have for her lined up. So one of the first things that I got for her was this Melissa and Doug tape activity book. She loves doing things with washi tape. So I thought this was perfect because it comes with 4 rolls of washi tape. And it comes with all these beautifully illustrated activity sheets that she pretty much just has to cut out little pieces of washi tape and fill in some of these little areas here. So that's one of the little activity books that I have for her. The other thing that I have for her is this Scissor Skills from Melissa and Doug. And this I got in a pack with these two. And I got them through Amazon. So this here is the Scissor Skills, and it comes with a little pair of scissors. And all she really has to do is cut along the dotted lines for every little page that she gets. And again, because it's Melissa and Doug, it's beautifully illustrated. A lot of these activity sheets are just so pretty and colorful. So I'm pretty excited for her to get started on this. And she's actually standing next to me, and it looks like she already wants to do them. But no, we're saving this for next year. So that's the other thing I have for her. The other thing that I have is this cutting and paste activity book that I got from Amazon. She loves cutting and pasting, so I did invest a little bit in a lot of cutting and pasting activity books. This is another one that I got through Amazon. This one's a little bit more difficult. This one, you have to cut out a lot of smaller things, but I think she'll have fun with them. So she gets to cut out some of the little things and then paste them up here. So they're super cute. I think she'll definitely have fun with this book as well. So that's another thing that I got for her. This here I found at Half Price Books. It's a draw and color animals, and it is a beautiful little activity book. So this one here, I'm not sure if she's going to get to start at the beginning of the school year. It might be something that I have her start later on in the school year. Because it does seem just a little bit harder. Like, for instance, this one, she has to pretty much draw the other half of the monkey. So it's going to teach a little bit of symmetry. But I think she'll have fun with it nonetheless. So, yeah. So this is another one of the books that I got for her. This book here, I also got at Half Price Books. This is Evan Moore Do and Learn preschool book. And this one just has a lot of really super cute activities. So depending on whatever letter we're doing for whatever week, I'm probably going to go through this book and just kind of pull out pages that fall under the same phonic sound. Like, for instance, when we do letter C, I might have her do this page, the fat cat, where she has to color in the cat orange. I don't know how we're going to do this, but I know that what I liked about it also was that some of the pages that you have to cut out, the backside's blank, so you're not ruining the, whatever other page you have. But this is going to be a fun little book to work on. We might just go through it from start to finish. I'm undecided. But I think she's going to have fun with this. Let me give you guys a little flip through. So it gives you even like different little printables. Like for Father's Day, it has this little card that you can cut out, color for your dad. And so you have a few different things. 4th of July, you have a little activity page for that. A little puzzle that you get to cut and glue. Some of the answer keys for some of the pages back here. Let me see. And it has a little bit or a few little crafts towards the back. So these are 3-dimensional animal activities. So she's going to have tons of fun with this. I haven't really flipped through it much, so I'm not sure. This is kind of a surprise for me. I didn't realize it had this towards the back. Now we might go through it from start to finish. I might end up picking out pages here and there from it. I'm undecided as to how I'm going to use this, but it is a super cute little book. So again, this is something that I found through Half Price Books. So that is it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have questions about anything that I'm doing with my daughter, please feel free and let me know. I'm going to try to link as much as I can in the description box for you guys because I know it's kind of hard. But this is how I have everything set up for her, and everything's ready to go for her to start school on August 1st. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll talk to you next time.